Let me tell you a truth that is deeply unsettling the first time you hear it. With a narcissist, the relationship is never really over. Not when you break up, not when you block them, not when they move on to someone new. Because in their mind, you are not a person. From their past, you are a resource. And resources are not released, they are stored. It's like putting money in your pocket, you know the money is there. Even if you don't spend it, that's a resource that you have. If you've ever felt like you were still being pulled energetically towards someone long after the relationship ended, this video is going to explain exactly why that happens and how you finally break free. Hi, my name is Michele Paradise, and welcome to my channel, or welcome back to my channel, where I take evidence-based information coupled with my own personal experiences as a narcissistic abuse survivor to help you navigate the most important relationship in your life, which is the one with yourself. If you're new to my channel, please hit the subscribe button. And if you are an existing follower, hit the notification button so you don't miss any of my upcoming videos. So let us start with the truth most people do not understand. A narcissist does not attach the way a healthy person does. They do not bond through mutual emotional safety. They bond through extraction. It's one up, one down. It's not a symmetrical relationship. It's an asymmetrical relationship. Narcissistic supply is attention, validation, admiration, fear, control, sexual energy, emotional reactions, loyalty, confusion, and chaos. You were not loved for who you were. I'm sorry. You were valued for what you provided. And once you become supply, the narcissist files you in their internal filing system as available forever. You are not an X for them. You are an inactive supply. This is why so many survivors say, I left, but I still felt like I am not free. This is what a supply wheel looks like. This is the narcissist in the middle, and we're on their supply wheel. We're the spokes on their supply wheel, and we provide them with supply. And even though we might drop off, they discard us or we discard them, we're there. They always know that we're there. Because psychologically, to the narcissist, you never left. Narcissists rotate people the way a wheel rotates spokes, as I said earlier. Each person serves a function, one for admiration, one for emotional dumping, one for sex, one for identity, one for financial rescue. And when one spoke in the wheel weakens, they roll the wheel back to a previous one. That is where you come in. To you, the relationship ended. To them, you were simply placed on pause. They believe they can return whenever they want and resume the dynamic. This is why they hoover months or years later. This actually happened to me after COVID. A guy that I had not seen, the last time I dated him was 10 years before this communication, and popped up in my Facebook messages. Hi, how are you doing? Just wanted to let you know that I'm lying maybe on my deathbed with COVID. You don't know that I've had one lung removed years ago and I almost died. And it went on and on and on. And he knew that I was an empathic person and that I would probably be really, shocked, surprised. What can I do for you? I hope you're okay. Sending you lots of healing energy. And then he said, if I survive, I would like to see you again to really apologize for the way that I treated you. Now, if I hadn't done this work and if I hadn't done my own work, I might have gone straight back into that hoovering, but I didn't because I was awake and aware of what was going on because he hadn't changed. He was just ill. And that doesn't mean that we have to run back to them. And being ill is one of the big MOs that narcs use to get you back. So this is why they hoover months or years later. This is why they resurface after silence. This is why you get that midnight message that says, I was thinking about you. They are not thinking about you. They are checking access, just like he did. And you know what I said to him? I said, I am so sorry to hear about your health issues, sending you lots of healing energy, and thank you for the apology. And that was it. I said, I do not wish to see you again. And I didn't hear another word. Now, that doesn't stop the person. They might come back years later and try again, or months later. Now, let us talk about something that devastates people emotionally. Even when the narcissist has a new partner, you are still in the relationship, not physically, psychologically. They triangulate the new partner with you or vice versa. They talk about how you were better to the new partner, even if they never told you that you were more understanding, more loyal, more difficult, more needy, more unstable. It depends which version of you serves their agenda and their narrative in that moment. They use your memory to destabilize the new partner, to provoke jealousy, to create competition, to generate insecurity. This is not accidental. This is not nostalgia. This is a control mechanism. You remain weaponized in their future relationships, even in your absence. Even if they remarry, they might have never told you what a good mother you are, but they may tell the new wife or husband that you were the best, because it's not that you were to them the best, it's just that they can weaponize that relationship. And here's another disturbing truth. Many narcissists genuinely believe that you are still waiting for them. They believe that if they wanted to return, you would be available. They do not perceive rejection the way healthy people do. They perceive it as temporary disobedience, inconvenience, whatever. In their internal world, you are still assigned to them. So when their new relationship fails, when their image cracks, when supply runs dry, when they're on their deathbed, they come back. Not to reconcile, no, to refuel. And many survivors fall back in because the trauma bond is still active. And you are still in love with that first version of them that you met, the love bombing version that was never real and it was totally a mask. So if you're listening to this and thinking, I know all of this, but I still feel stuck, I want you to understand something crucial. You are not weak. You are bonded through trauma. Trauma bonding attaches through pain, relief, fear, hope, abandonment, codependence, intermittent reward. It wires the nervous system to associate the narcissist with survival. Your brain learned that connection equals danger and safety at the same time. It's cognitive dissonance. And that it's like your head is bruised, your brain is bruised because it's going back and forth. And at the MO of most narcissists is confusion and chaos in whatever order. And they keep you destabilized. That is why the body reaches back, even when the mind knows better. This is not love, this is conditioning. So here's the most important thing I will say in this entire video. With a narcissist, the relationship never ends when they leave. It never ends when they cheat. It never ends when they ghost you. It never ends when they replace you. It only ends when you decide it ends. It ends when you close access emotionally. It ends when you stop responding energetically. It ends when you stop waiting. It ends when you stop trying to be understood by someone who never intended to understand you. That wasn't why they were with you. Your freedom begins at the moment you remove yourself from the supply wheel. Take yourself off, run. Do not walk away from that supply wheel and never, ever look back. They may continue rotating others. They may continue rewriting the past. They may continue recycling people, but you will no longer be part of that wheel. And that is what real power feels like. I've recently had to do this, and I know how painful this is. Trust me. And I'm still grieving. However, I also know it's the only way because I can't change the other person. So if this video helped you understand what you have been living through, I want you to do 3 things. Like this video so it reaches others who are still trapped. Subscribe if you want deeper trauma-informed education on narcissistic abuse and recovery and rebuilding your life. And most importantly, leave a comment if this finally gave you clarity. You are not crazy. You were conditioned, and you can break free. All that remains for me to say is thank you very much for watching my video, and please stay safe. See you next time.